I am not going to teach you the way I teach you in my How to Counter Paquito tutorial, since it will just a waste of time trying to explain the same thing again and again. Instead, I am going to show you here how to counter Alpha, and I am going to explain it. If you haven't watched my How to Counter Paquito tutorial, then make sure you watch it first. Alpha is an old hero, and old heroes are usually not really that complicated to use, so they are really easy to counter, unlike those new heroes like Paquito. If you don't know anything about Alpha, then you should at least try to learn his skills. Knowing your enemy better will make you one step ahead of them. At the very start, you should know first what your enemy chose as their first active skill. Alpha's first skill is a long-range skill, but it's really slow, so it's really easy to avoid it. It just strike in a straight line, making it really easy to avoid, especially if you are fighting him in a safe distance. While Alpha's second skill have a wider range but a short one. It is good for a close combat battle. It means, as long as you keep your distance from Alpha, then you can surely easy to survive your lane. In Mythic rank, it is very unlikely that your enemy Alpha will target you as his main priority, because what their main priority is to clear the minions and farm in the jungle or roam in the mid. They will try to hit you along the minions, but they will never priority you. In our first trade skills, I know that he picks second skill as his first active skill, so I am trying to last hit the minions while staying in the safe distance. If he is being aggressive enough and you are having a hard time, then don't force yourself too hard. Just use your first skill to last hit the minions and stay in the range of your tower. If staying in the tower is really not enough to make you safe, then switch lane with your teammate in the gold lane. That might really not countering Alpha, but hear me out. There are always better than you, no matter how good you are. So don't try to force yourself too much on staying in the lane that you can't win. Feeding your enemies will just make your game at a disadvantage. Always remember that this is a 5v5 team fight, not a 1v1 solo fight.
You have slain an enemy.
When it comes to his ultimate, its range is just the same as his first skill. It's just a straight line. I am not really scared of him in this game since he is using Vengeance, so I am sure that even when he hit me with his combo successfully, I know that I still have a good chance to escape from him. If he is using Execute, then I will be more careful since he can secure his kill that way. When it comes to build, you can use Dominance Ice to increase your defense while lowering Alpha's attack speed and healing, Lifesteal. But in this game, I didn't adjust my build since I am not really having a hard time against him. You can also use Endless Battle and Brute Force item build combo to make Ruby more squishy. You see, Alpha is not good against those heroes who have a good mobility. When it comes to Emblem, you can use Support, Assassin, Marksman, or Fighter Emblem. It doesn't really matter as long as you can avoid Alpha's attacks and skills. But in this game, I use Assassin Emblem plus Execute. Since Alpha have a higher damage in the early game, then he can dominate me when he can land his attacks successfully, so I used Assassin Emblem to increase both my damage and mobility. Using this type of way to counter him might be hard for you if you don't really use Ruby as a mobility hero. Since I love using Ruby using Assassin Emblem and Support, I am used to her fast movement speed. But beware that this is not as tough as Fighter and Tank Emblem, so you should be careful when you're using those emblems. When it comes to Emblem, I suggest you use Vengeance if you are really having a hard time against Alpha. This emblem will help you survive your lane without having to go home. But in this game, I used Execute so I could kill Alpha easily. You can still use Flicker if you are good with it. You can also use this to increase your hook range, and you can hook them and bring them into your tower.
A beast? Good game. The enemy has slain the turtle. Good game. An ally has slain the turtle. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain. Slain an enemy. Enemy has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed. Team destroyed the turret.
If you look at this situation, Angela and Kufra is waiting for me to ambush while waiting for Aldous to arrive. I could have run when I realized that Aldous is going to come after me, but then I analyzed the map in few seconds. If you look at the map, Hylos and Eudora is going to back me up, but they are too far and might not be able to rescue me alive. So I have come with an idea that I could delay them. So this is what I do. I positioned myself here so I am a little too far from Kufra, hoping that he can't reach me since I know that he is preparing his ultimate by now. Second, so after Aldous came, I am going to dash through the minions so I could get the life that I lost with Aldous' first punch. Then I am going to hook him and dash forward to my team so they can rescue me successfully. I also put Hylo's ultimate into my consideration, since Hylo's ultimate can make their movement faster. Then I will die here. People who don't know my situation might think that I should have run here, but the main reason why I am going to die here is because someone told me to lower my volume, making it lose my focus and lag my phone a little bit. You can see here in the right side my volume bar. Let's watch it again without a dub. I hope this kind of explanation helps you and make a wise decisions. You should always look at the map, so you can analyze the situation and make your own strategy based on the situation. If you remember what happened earlier, Kufra and Angela went missing a few seconds before and after Aldous' ultimate. If I didn't look at the map, then I could have made a bad decision. If Claude decided to help us, then we could have win that clash easily. If you look at it again what happened and monitor what Claude did while Hylos and Eudora is going to back me up, he is farming and decided to take the buff first then go straight in the mid lane to push the tower. This kind of decision can make your game lose. So always be wise in your decisions. Split pushing is good but not in that type of situation. We could have pushed all those towers up to second tower if we are all alive. He should have thought that.
to the sea for a getaway. Car top down and we're driving just to feel young. Moving away to the sea. Moving away, can't you see?
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は